Hey foodies, Chef Kyle here. Today we're gonna make a flourless chocolate cupcake. We're gonna use some fresh shaved coconut, and we're gonna add that into a paste that we're gonna make with sunflower seeds. So first I have my spice grinder. You can use a blender, of course, and I'm gonna get that in here. I'm gonna start with half, and I'm gonna add the tablespoon of sugar. A little longer. There we go. Add that to my bowl. In with the second half. And so this is going to be the base for the cupcakes. And the great thing about using sunflower seeds, you don't have to worry about allergies, and it also makes this gluten-free. To that, I'm going to add some orange zest, some ground ginger, some salt, and of course we're going to add 1 egg white. And we're going to quickly mix that until it's a paste. And we're going to measure out, okay, and we'll save this for another time. First thing I want to do, we're going to melt our bittersweet chocolate. I have some water in there. You don't need much water. Half an inch of water works. I'm going to put it on medium heat, throw this bowl over, and we're going to let that melt completely. For our base, we're going to start with 1 stick of butter. We're going to add that sunflower paste that I just made, and we're going to cream it together. Remember, when you're making cookies or cakes, you want to make it nice and fluffy, and that's going to give you good structure. I'm going to cream it for about 3 to 5 minutes. Okay, that's looking good right now. Egg yolks, I have about 6 egg yolks right here. And just to make this a little bit easier, I'm going to break it up, whisk it a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to do a little bit at a time. And then just mix that in until it disappears. Just make sure to scrape out the edges. Oops. Now we're going to check on our chocolate. It's starting to melt. And I added a tablespoon of butter. That's going to give you a nice shine. And then also it's going to prevent the chocolate from having that little bit of a burnt aftertaste, because this has a lot of egg whites in it and there's no flour to bind it. Alright, so the chocolate's just about melted. Bring it over. Okay, and just before I forget, I'm going to add the shaved coconut to our mixture right here. Fold that in. Now we're ready for the whites. We're going to make a meringue. Add a pinch of salt to it. And we're also going to add some vanilla extract. I'm going to add some sugar in. And I'm going to take the chocolate. I'm going to go about half at a time. The rest of the chocolate. Now we're going to add it to our base. Switch to my bowl scraper. Add her in. Back into folding. This is a really easy recipe. The only thing is you got to put a little bit of work to get the egg whites, but it makes it all worth it. Baking cupcakes. I have my cupcake tins. I'm just going to spray them away from me. And we're going to use cookie scooper. If you saw my last cookie video, you know I love this tool. So I'm just going to scoop there. So I would say it's almost like a mousse consistency. I really like this. So we'll do probably going to be 1 1/2 each. We'll do a 1 tablespoon scooper. Even it out a little bit. Doesn't have to be perfect. We're just looking for an even bake. And it's going in a 350-degree oven for 15 minutes. So while the cupcakes are baking, I'm actually going to make our ganache. And chocolate ganache is basically just it's a filling or a glaze that's made with, it could be equal portions, or you could do a 2-to-1 ratio of heavy cream to chocolate. So right now I have the heavy cream, and I'm going to get that on medium heat, and we just want to heat this up until it steams, and then we're going to pour that into our chopped milk chocolate. If you find out that your ganache is separating, what you do is you actually heat up a little bit more heavy cream and then just add it in and then keep whisking it until it's smooth. I'm gonna pour it into my milk chocolate. Now we're just gonna let that sit for about 5 minutes, and I'm gonna add a little bit of vanilla extract to it. Let that infuse. All right, in total it's about 18 minutes. It's fully cooked. I'm gonna take it out and we're gonna let it rest. They look beautiful. All right guys, my flourless chocolate cupcakes are done. Now what I'm gonna do is we're gonna glaze them, and we're just gonna dunk it in here. So this is a perfect holiday recipe for parties. If you're having kids over, you could teach them how to make it. It's very easy to make and doesn't have a lot of sugar, which won't have the kids running around either. Now I'm gonna take a little bit of whipped cream. We're just gonna pipe it on top. Perfect. Okay, whipped cream is melting a little bit. We're gonna work fast with this. Put a blackberry on each. This looks delicious. The ganache is melted. It's gonna be melting in my mouth soon. Little blackberry buttons. Perfect. All right, pick the perfect one. So I'm really gonna go for this one over here. All right, don't forget to like and subscribe. Let's try this now. I don't even know how I'm gonna stick my face. That is so freaking good. It reminds me of going to like a restaurant and you have like a really elegant chocolate dessert, but it's all packed into like a beautiful cupcake. Taste a little bit of the coconut, and the whipped cream is just beautifully balances the chocolate. I taste the milk chocolate ganache. I taste the bittersweet chocolate. Overall, this is a winner dessert, and it was actually my first time making it, so I'm glad it worked out. Gluten-free, guys, not that much sugar. You can make this with kids for parties. This is a home run hit right here. So if you want to make this recipe, I have the recipe down in the description. And if you want another popular dessert video, I have a chocolate chip cookie that's out of this world. So click that link at the end of this video. Take care, guys.